Great shot.
And we welcome you back to the Deer Lodge Curling Club and live coverage of the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Provincial Championships. We are back for the finals. We had a great morning of semifinal action this morning. Terry Ursel clinching her spot in the final. They defeat Sandra Cowling. And over on the men's side, Team Murray Warren over Team Kelly Robertson. So that sets up two finals. On the women's side, Team Barb Spencer will play Team Terry Ursel, and then on the men's side, the two-time defending champs, Team Randy Neufeld, will take on Team Murray Warren. Jill, let's start with the women's final, though. Team Barb Spencer, Barb's very first year in the senior provincials. She's in the final. You've played against her. You played against Darcy Robertson many times. What do you expect from them in a final scenario like this?
Well, I expect that they're going to come out and play really well. You know, I had a chance to talk to them for a few minutes before the game here, or the pregame practice, and they were saying that the ice has been really good, and but that it was a tough road to get here because they played teams like Kim Link, and they were in an extra end with Maureen Bonner, but they gained experience from those games, and they have a lot of experience playing in provincial finals. They've been there a number of times. Darcy Robertson just lost the provincial Scotties final this year, so I know she'll be looking for redemption, and I think they're going to come out and play really well, and Terry Ursel will have her hands full a little bit, but they had a good game this morning and built some confidence, so I think it'll be a good game.
Team Ursel, though, the only team to defeat Team Spencer this week, so you know they'll be looking at that as motivation. Jim, the men's final, Randy Neufeld, now his team going for 3 provincial titles in a row. They take on a good team, Murray Warren. What do you think of this matchup? How has Randy Neufeld's team been able to sustain this success over a number of years now?
Well, first of all, they put together a very good team, and it's nice to see Randy finally win a senior provincial championship after coming fairly close in men's a number of years, but this is probably the best team he's ever had. Murray Warren just made a comeback victory over Kelly Robertson, a former Canadian senior champion. So this should be a barn burner.
That's our feature game. Team Randy Neufeld going for 3 provincial championships in a row. We will be right back after this. You're watching Shaw TV's coverage of the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships.
I started drinking more to deal with stress. Without my realizing it, alcohol took over my life. Finding the courage to go to that first meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous was the best thing I've done. I got help from people who know what I've been through. Now I have hope. Alcoholics Anonymous. If alcohol is causing problems in your life, look for us. You can find us in the phone book or on the web at aa.org.
And we welcome you back to Shaw TV's live coverage of the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. We are just about set to get underway here in the finals. In our feature game, the men's final, Team Randy Neufeld curling out of the LaSalle, taking on Team Murray Warren curling out of Brandon. And then in the women's final, Team Barb Spencer curling out of Assiniboine Memorial, taking on Team Terry Ursel out of the Lansdowne Arden Curling Club. But we are underway in our feature game, the men's final, and the Warren brothers. 3 of the 4 on the Warren team are brothers. They've been curling, Murray said, for 40-plus years now. I don't know if I could do it with my brother, 40-plus years, but quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, no doubt. I wonder what their family dinners are like. Is it all curling talk? Or?
Someone was telling me upstairs here, their life basically consists of farming and curling. So one of those 2 topics you definitely
they probably started in a 2-sheet curling club somewhere in the Deloraine area.
Natural ice, which means very, very heavy ice.
So Murray Warren's team, as we mentioned, out of the Brandon Curling Club, got into this field by winning the Brandon Bonspiel with a berth. And there you see his brothers, Terry at second, Reg at lead, and then Brian Barker at third. So there's Team Warren.
Wonder how he feels.
Yeah.
He's like odd man out.
He stays out of all the
Political
heated
family
discussions, yeah.
They play out of the Brandon Curling Club, but they come from the Deloraine area. I'm not sure about Brian Barker, but the Warren brothers do.
Good sweeping, guys. That's good. That's good.
That's the Warren team. Randy Neufeld's team, the two-time defending senior champions, curl out of the LaSalle. Neufeld, the skip. And a couple of them hail from the Portage area. Dean Moxham, the third. Dale Mickey, the lead. Both come from Portage La Prairie. And Peter Nichols is the second there. You see the lineup for Team Neufeld. Looking to make it 3 senior provincial titles in a row here this afternoon.
Yeah, you mentioned the two from Portage La Prairie. They were the ones I mentioned this morning that played for Donnie Spriggs for a number of years, and they lost the provincial final just out in 2000.
Looks like we're going to have a pretty open end here to start.
We chatted with Randy Neufeld after his win last night over Team Kelly Robertson in the 1-versus-1 page playoff game to feel how he's thinking about this final game.
Yeah, I think we've been getting better and better as we've been playing. We had a rough one against Franklin. We didn't play well. They played good. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We just got to play our game. We just hung in there. I mean, they kept getting deuces, and we got them back. And we knew if we could hold them to 1 at some point, we'd have a chance. Bunch of good curlers, the guys. And so, yeah, it's just worked well for us. And we'll take the ride as long as we can.
You heard him talking about last night's game a little bit there. A battle in the 1-versus-1 game over Team Kelly Robertson. Came down to the final score in the 8th end. Neufeld a draw for 2 to win it. It was a real back and forth battle there.
I think a lot of people expected to be a repeat of that game, especially after Robertson took a lead on Warren this morning. Warren, all credit to Warren for that comeback.
Yeah, 4-1 Robertson lead there in that game. And Team Warren able to battle back and win it in an extra end. We caught up with Murray following his big win this morning. Let's have a listen to what he had to say. Joined now by Murray Warren. Murray, in your semifinal game, you were down 4-1 to Team Kelly Robertson, battled back, won in an extra. What allowed you to kind of battle back in that game and eventually pull out the win?
I don't know. We just seem to have been doing that all week, kind of. It happened again.
At the start of the week, did you expect your team could make it this far?
Not really, no. We'd have been happy to just get in the playoffs, and to do better than that was pretty nice.
So what do you think has gotten you to this point here this week?
We just seem to get fortune at the right time, be on the right side of the inch, and make enough shots, I guess.
What would it mean then to knock off a 2-time defending champion team, Randy Neufeld? They've won a lot here recently. What would that mean to get a win over them?
Oh, yeah, it'd be very nice. They'll be very tough because they're a really strong team. So we'll have to have our A game, I guess.
All right, Murray Warren, best of luck.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard Murray Warren say he's almost happy to be here, but I mean, now that they're here,
Yeah, once
They have a
you
good
get
chance.
there, even
Yeah.
if it exceeds your expectations, you're getting a taste of it, and you really want to go out there and have a good game. Well, and Warren's team, from what we saw of the game this morning, they were drawing really well, and I think that if they can hang on to that speed control, they'll have a really good chance at putting some pressure on Neufeld. Once we get some rocks in play,
Of course.
I don't think you'll ever hear Murray Warren say anything outlandish, even if he wins this whole thing. It's just the type of person he is, very humble.
Dean Moxham, the third on Team Neufeld, with his second stone on his first end.
Okay.
So again, these teams playing for a chance to represent Manitoba at the Canadian Championships, which this year are in Fredericton, New Brunswick, March 18th to the 25th.
Clean. Clean it. Mind it.
And here's our first look at Skip Murray Warren throwing.
No. Okay.
It's interesting, Randy Neufeld's team, second Pete Nichols is in the house whenever Randy throws. Something maybe Russ Howard started way back when that team, he helped Brad Gushu win the Olympic gold.
Yeah, you certainly see that a lot more often these days. Switching things around, using players' strengths to the team's advantage.
It's either because he thinks Peter calls a better line or he doesn't like how he sweeps.
Or a bit of both. I mean, Peter, did he not? He played third for Dave Smith when they went to the Brier, right?
That's right. He's the
got
only
some-
one out here who's ever actually won a men's provincial.
So he's got some experience in the house.
Peter also lost two men's provincial finals. He lost. He played third for Dean Dunstone. Called the game, but Dunstone threw last rocks in 2007. Lost to Jeff Stoughton, and in 2001 he played second for Dale Duguid, who lost to Kerry Burtnick in one of the best men's provincial finals ever played.
Yep. Easy. Yep. Yep. Just clean. Clean. Just clean. Just clean. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Murray Warren's final stone here in the first end. Hits and sticks it. And Randy Neufeld will have a chance for a blank end here to open things up.
Whoa. Yep. Clean. Oh, oh, clean, clean. Yep.
Clean is the favorite word of a sweeper.
Indeed, as both rocks leave the house, and the first end is a blank one. Between Team Randy Neufeld and Team Murray Warren, Neufeld will retain the hammer heading into the second end, and we will take a timeout and be right back. You're watching Shot TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships from the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
Download Parachute's app now.
The Media Nerds podcast discusses the evolution of music, TV, movies, radio, digital media, and comedy.
It's just the right kind of injury.
Right.
Just keep me away from work, but I can still do stuff.
Yeah.
They consume it all and then talk about it.
It doesn't feel as bad as the day after the election, but it feels pretty bad.
Hosted by Dan Badabonker and Kenton Larson, watch the Media Nerds podcast Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m.
Back at the Deer Lodge Curling Club, as you see some of the spectators here upstairs. Looks like a full house almost up here. I imagine downstairs as well, it's pretty packed. There you see it, indeed. Senior provincial finals here this afternoon at the Deer Lodge Curling Club. Our feature game, Team Randy Neufeld, Team Murray Warren. Again, Randy Neufeld has won this tournament 2 years in a row, looking for the three-peat. And Jim, we've been picking your brain all morning here with history. I've got another trivia question here for you.
We only stumped him once, and it wasn't even on the air.
Yeah, off air we were trying to stump him too, and Jill actually did a good job. Only one other men's team has won at least 3 straight senior provincials. Can you name the skip of that team?
3 straight.
This skip actually won 4 straight back in the 80s. I won't give you any more hints, but it's tough, I know.
Norm Hauk?
You take a guess?
Norm Hauk?
No.
No.
Give you one more guess.
Barry Fry?
No.
Okay.
You remember Lloyd Gunlickson?
Oh, yeah.
4 in a row, 82, 83, 84.
Yeah, 1983 he also won the men's provincials.
What a year.
He didn't know the answer, but he had an addition.
Another fact ready to go. And 3 of those 4 years, Gunlickson actually won Canadians as well. So that is Canadian seniors. So that is quite the run for the Gunlickson team. Is there a relation to Jason there?
Yes, there is. He might. I'm not exactly sure how. I know they're related. Might even be his grandfather. In fact, Daryl Gunlickson, Jason's dad, was competing in this with, I think, Mark Franklin.
Should mention 12 Manitoba teams have actually gone on to win the Canadian seniors. So, and that's since 1965. So a pretty good history. Team Neufeld, the last to win Canadians in 2015. And Team Kelly Robertson did it in 2011.
I think Barry Fry did it a couple times too, didn't he?
Well, one of your guesses, Norm Hauk, actually won 4 times, just not consecutively. Right. So, I mean, that's a pretty good guess by you, though.
Yeah.
I believe you have Jimmy Ursel at 3rd.
And Doug Armour, who we talked about in the earlier game, playing with Kelly Robertson now, he's won 4. So Gunlickson, Hauk, and Armour all have 4 each. That's tied for the Manitoba record.
See Neufeld trying to put up a guard, but at this point I think Warren will just try to keep it simple and force another blank in this even end, and hopefully force them to 1 in the 3rd.
Hits and rolls in.
Okay, I just looked it up. I got it backwards. Jimmy Ursel played skip for Norm Hauk for 2 of those wins.
Same thing, control. Okay.
Brian Barker, the third on Team Warren. Another quiet end here.
Whoop. Whoop.
Over in the women's final, they played one end. Barb Spencer leads Terry Ursel 1-0. That is after one end of play there.
Yeah, they actually had a few rocks in play in the first end, and Barb was trying to draw to the side of the button for 2 points, but was a little bit heavy. Settled for her one.
Terry made a nice draw to the back of the button to force her to try to force her to win anyway. It worked out for her.
Now, Neufeld's team, when they won Canadians in 2015, actually made it to the finals at the Worlds, lost to Sweden in that one. Of course, they got back to Canadians last year as well, but right before the Canadians, their third, Dean Moxham, had to undergo an emergency appendectomy, so they were forced to call some other people into last-minute duty. Still made it to the final of the Canadians last year.
Wow, that's impressive.
Lost to Ontario's Brian Cochran in the final, so tough timing for Dean Moxham there, but he's back out there looking good now.
I think after the surgery, he came back to the team. I don't think he played, but I'm pretty sure he came back before that week was over. But yeah, that's pretty tough to play without your third, even no matter who you got for. I think they got the women's coach spared for him. The Manitoba coach, Dale Brooks, I think it was. Dale, of course, is another really good curler from the rural area.
So Murray Warren about to throw his final stone of the second end. The team's playing it very safe so far in this men's senior final. And Neufeld will have another chance to blank the end.
I suspect we'll see a few more rocks in play the next end. Both teams will feel like they have their feet under them and can play some more precise shots.
Back-to-back blanks as Team Neufeld will hold the hammer once again. No score here in the men's senior final. You're watching Shot TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships from the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
So which of these would you like to consume on a daily basis?
That's not what I was expecting.
You're kidding, right?
I don't want to drink it because it goes in your car.
They're toxic. It's something that humans should not be eating or drinking.
I want to take medication to stay healthy, not make me a lot sicker.
The good news is you can take steps to make sure your online pharmacy is legitimate with the .pharmacy domain.
So if I see .pharmacy,
It's legit.
So you and your loved ones can be sure the medications you buy online are safe.
.pharmacy. It's a no-brainer. Tune in to Shaw and catch exciting Canada West men's hockey. The University of Manitoba Bisons host the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Join Nolan Cole and Rob Mann for all the exciting action as they bring you the Bisons push for the playoffs. Canada West men's hockey on Shaw, a Red River College production.
Back at the Deer Lodge Curling Club for the Senior Provincial Finals. See action on Sheet 4 as well. Sheet D, Barb Spencer, Terry Ursel in the women's final. Barb Spencer up 1-0 there as they move into skip stones in the second end. And in our feature game, the men's final, Randy Neufeld, Murray Warren, no score as we play the third end.
We have a guard in play that can't be removed yet, so we should see a few more rocks in play this end.
Whoa, whoa! Quiet! Yeah! Yeah! Real hard! Real hard!
This is really curling.
Okay.
Blue Rock will stick around.
Well, at least you got it off the middle. It's not really ideal. It's now Neufeld to be able to draw and lay two early in the end.
Randy tried to go around that guard with the first one, which really surprised me because it's such a tight guard. Now I think he's throwing one to the wing this time.
Lots of room. Lots of room. Make sure it's deep. Make sure it's deep on this line. We got to be really deep. Back 12. Back 12. Keep going, dude. Keep going. Keep going.
Hey, Terry.
It really is quite the backswing that Terry has.
I told you, Jill.
Looks like today's version of Ken Watson. Wasn't he the one that had the big... Didn't he have a big backswing, Jim? Cliff?
I can't remember how big his backswing was. He was one of the first to actually slide out towards the hog line. The one I remember the most is Pee Wee Pickering with the real high backswing over the back of his head.
Yeah.
Just came down soft as whatever soft is. Scotty's tissue.
Nice plug. Ooh, this looks like there might be an opportunity here for the Warren team. Unless they can manage to get this in the house. Oh, just
biting.
Just
gonna catch a
sweeping.
piece.
Well, he might have a hit and roll behind cover.
That's the one thing with that rock being a little bit higher and not being at least the depth of the tee line is that now Warren does have the opportunity to play a hit and roll to the center.
That's why the last draw, Randy really wanted him to sweep it to the back of the house.
Yes,
this one
exactly.
just barely made it. This can be a nice roll here, I think.
Straight over, Brian. Straight over.
That worked out very well. That's a great shot. I think they were just playing the roll to the middle, but that's the right way to miss that because now there might be a double opportunity at some point for the Warren team.
Right.
And as it is, it's a little bit tricky for Pete Nichols to be able to stick this rock in the house without hitting his own at the back as well.
And even if he does, it's still going to be a
double.
there, yeah. maybe not.
How about a thin Rachel Holman double? That's a great shot.
There on the nose is good. Control.
Roll a couple inches further, you're out, and you curl a couple inches more, and you take your own out at the back. So
really good line call.
That was a very
really
precise
nice
hit.
Control weight.
Yeah.
I would actually be tempted to play the rock that Pete Nichols just threw.
Right,
So hit and roll, hit and roll in front.
Actually, might get the thin double here.
Okay, boys. Okay.
No.
Brian Barker, the jacket's already off. I don't know. We were down there just shooting our intro. We were pretty cold, and we were only down there 10 minutes.
Well, that's what happens when you're just standing around.
Yeah, well.
Those guys are working out there. Although I am surprised to see him in a short sleeve T-shirt.
He's been sweeping pretty heavily here.
We might have been a little more warmer if we've been swept a little before our intro.
Yeah. They're going to want to try to roll this a little bit to the middle if they can.
Yeah. Normal hit.
Dean Moxon with the hit there.
Warren will just try and hit this and maybe even roll. Well, probably a nose is good, and they're still hoping to have a chance at a double at some point to get out of giving up two.
Nah, don't think so. It's okay.
Which I think they were hoping to roll on top of the other one again.
This is really curling.
Might have caught that back.
I think it just hung on.
Nose hit.
Skip Stones now in this third end.
Just a little more, Brian. It's at the back of the rings. Sorry, guys.
A hit and roll out.
Murray would have obviously liked to stick that, but if he could have forced Randy to hit as well, and being so close to the back of the house, maybe Randy would have rolled out, and that would have gotten Warren out of giving up two. Now Randy's going to be able to put this in a better position to try to secure their 2 points.
Not too bad, Dean. I did.
First stone for Randy Neufeld in this third end.
Deeper the better.
Yep. Hard. Go roll. Hard.
Deep.
Hard.
Real deep.
Meantime, on the other sheet, Barb Spencer forced Terry Ursel to take one.
Yeah, Terry made a really nice tap back for her 1 point. She was facing 2 Spencer stones. Again, quite a few rocks in play on that in that end.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Yeah.
Murray Warren's final stone of this third end. Would love a roll here. A roll too far.
Right there. Big black one right there. Whoa, yep, then. Hard! Hard! Hard, Dino! Hard, you gotta go!
Final stone for Randy Neufeld in this end, looking for a pair.
This is really curling.
Good hard.
More than his first one even.
And he's going to miss completely. Threw that broom down in disgust.
Crutch action.
Not, yes. Pardon me.
Actually, I think, isn't that a pro slide? A Reed Carruthers pro slide?
A little bit unlike Neufeld there. He gives up
the commercial in, atta girl.
Yeah. Hey, Reed's my buddy. I got to give him a plug.
So a steal of 1. Murray Warren leading that 1-0. Let's quickly go over to the other sheet. You guys mentioned it there. The second end, Team Spencer, Team Ursel, playing in the women's final. Here's the final shot of the second end. Spencer with 1 in the first.
Ursel was chasing all end. And at one point, she may not even had a tap, and this rock was wide open that she played the tap on. It was still a really good shot.
Yeah, Barb tried to draw in a second behind cover, and it just didn't curl, and it stopped too deep, leaving her this shot.
Comes right down on the blue, and she gets her 1. So 1-1 there in the women's final. In our men's final, we'll take a quick timeout and be right back. A steal of 1 for Team Murray Warren. And they lead 1-0 through 3 ends here in the senior men's curling final.
Working with others is how we operate in a partnership or as a team. Carrying out a task together requires the engagement of all participants. Whether you're the leader or a part of the team, being able to work with others is vital to getting the job done. Essential skills, the foundation for work, learning, and life.
Back to Geolodge Curling Club coverage of the Manitoba Curling, Senior Curling Provincials. We're in the 4th end of our feature game between Team Murray Warren, Team Randy Neufeld. Just want to go back to that third end. And Team Randy Neufeld had a hit for 2 there. Seemed like a pretty basic hit, but that rock just curled and it was a complete whiff. And that gives Team Murray Warren the 1-0 lead here through 3 ends.
You know, he overcurled on his first rock that end as well and almost rolled out to give up their setup of a deuce. So I don't know if he's just getting a little tight in that spot, or maybe they needed a little more ice. Maybe the ice is tricking them.
Just
Unless you just pick it, they're going around there, but. Just tap it a little bit. Okay, even just to draw to it.
Couple reds around the button.
Yeah, they probably could have let that curl up a little bit more just to get a bit of an angle on it. The blue wasn't going to go straight back onto the reds.
And a couple reds spill out.
Very nice.
That shot got them out of a lot of trouble, I thought.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that Warren shot needed to just curl up a little more, I think.
Yeah. Whoa, right off, right off. Whoa, watch the other way. Yep. Shot.
Very nice.
And Reg Warren spills both blues here.
It's always nice to bounce back with a good shot after the opposition makes a really good one.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close.
Whoa, Dale.
Yep.
Dale.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, Dean. Whoa. Yeah.
Another nice shot.
I noticed a lot of senior teams this week have adopted the new sweeping techniques where one brusher brushes to keep the rock straight or another one to make a curl more. This after doing it the old way for so many years, it's surprising how well they've adapted to it. Just what are your thoughts on those sweeping techniques after they've settled on the brushing controversy, Joe?
Right, and you know, a lot of teams have maintained the idea of the one sweeper sweeping low side or high side of the rock based on what we saw last year with so many changes with the way people were sweeping and the different effects that we could have on the path of the rock last year. Our team has not gone, we've kind of gone back to old school normal sweeping, and a lot of other teams have as well. I feel like it's a bit of a 50-50, and all teams are kind of making their own decisions and doing their own testing about what they think works best. But it's certainly a lot better than it was last year, given that all brooms in any sanctioned event need to have what you see as the yellow fabric that's on all of the sweeping brooms that you see out there. That is a specific fabric that has been approved by the World Curling Federation, and that fabric comes from the same manufacturer, the same batch, and it gets delivered to all of the curling suppliers to use in their brooms. So that has evened everything out, but that material certainly doesn't have the same effect as the materials that we were seeing every other week on the tour last year. So I think that it's been a great adjustment. I think it they did a lot of work at a sweeping summit last spring to try to determine what was going to be the best, and I certainly think these brooms still have an effect, but it's not as drastic as it was last year, and it then puts more responsibility on the thrower to make the shot as opposed to throwing it and having the sweepers joystick, as many people were calling it last year.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I still see a lot of teams play as if it still can affect it, not nearly as dramatically. But
absolutely,
in the Scotties final, both teams were trying to use that technique.
Yeah, I think does Rachel's team do it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the odd time, and you know, especially on a draw, you know, a lot you'll still see a lot of teams try to finish the rock on a draw, but to sweep on a hit to try to make it curl, it certainly doesn't have nearly the same effect that it did last year. So you do see a lot of teams that are still incorporating the one sweeper, and then you see a lot of teams that have gone back to what I like to call old school or pre-broom debacle last year.
And you have to finish with the same brush you start with now.
Yeah, you have to have the same broom head. If your broom breaks, you can change your broom. But the broom head has to go with
Depends
you.
how it breaks, because there was a curler in the men's provincials who slammed his broom and broke it.
And the head itself shattered, and
they wouldn't allow him to replace it.
He couldn't
He could still throw the rock, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting situation that I heard about, but they've put a few stricter rules in place to make sure that the sweeping is even and balanced for everyone.
May have seen in our feature game here, third Dean Moxon on the Neufeld team threw a draw right through, and that kind of changed the way this end is shaping up.
Been a bit of a back and forth end.
So Murray Warren in the hack for his final stone of this fourth end. An end that's ended up being very similar to the first and second here in the last couple of stones, as the one rock just in play. Randy Neufeld's final stone in this fourth end. And it is a third blank here in this men's final. So Neufeld retains hammer, but trails 1-0 through 4 ends here at the Manitoba Senior Men's Final. You're watching Shot TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships from the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
Congratulations, Johnny! You've just won your first curling trophy by playing in the easiest bunspiel in the province. Okay, it wasn't that easy. He practiced hard. He went on a road trip with the boys to a small town he'd never heard of. He enjoyed a beverage with some new friends, where he won a toaster off the raffle table. Yes, Johnny the Hammer has had quite a year, and it all started with a click.
A change is going to come in everyone's life and in the ways of them. This truth is inevitable. Join host Antoinette Zloty as she refers you to the tips, steps, resources, and things you can do to make positive, life-altering changes when the time is right for you. All topics are covered as stories are shared, demos are demonstrated, and solutions are orchestrated. Tune into Transitions on Shaw TV and get ready for real change. Go to shawtv.ca for showtimes.
There's a look at the Deer Lodge Curling Club and Shaw TV's live coverage of the Senior Curling Championships here in Manitoba. Our game's in a fourth end break now with Team Murray Warren up 1-0 on Team Neufeld. Over in the women's game, Team Spencer just had a shot for 2, so they lead it 3-1 now through 3 ends. That's Team Barb Spencer up on Team Terry Ursel 3-1 as they play the fourth end now. It's a total coincidence that we are actually the spot where we're sitting right now, Jill. If we look up at the banner above us, it's actually Barb's first provincial championship, 1986 Scott Tournament of Hearts.
For Scotty's championship.
Yeah, oh yes, and the
I
national
think they
championship.
Won juniors too.
Darcy was the skip on that team.
Yes.
And Barb was the third, so.
And Barb, the lead that is playing with them right now, was also on that team.
There you go.
So they have a long history of success together, those three.
31 years later, here they are to chance at another provincial championship. How about that? Team Spencer, again, up 3-1 over Team Ursel here as they just get this fourth end going. This game kind of about an end behind as our feature men's game has been moving pretty quick with all the blank ends. So. Spencer, a 3-time Manitoba women's champion. There was that first one we were just talking about back in '86. And then it was a while before the next one, '04. And then they did it again in '09. So we'll keep you posted on that women's game throughout the afternoon here, but let's get it back to our feature game. That's the men's final. As they're done their fourth end break and about to start play in the fifth. Team Murray Warren up 1-0 on Team Randy Neufeld.
Looks light. That's all right. That's good. Whoops, sorry, man.
It's just biting. You want to nose it or you want to go up here?
I think Warren's team must have been trying to put that in the house, but with it being a little on the lighter side, they almost could have left it tight. And maybe tried to force Neufeld to this end. Neufeld's deciding to ignore it for now. Throwing up a corner guard.
I'd like to make it curl if I could.
This Neufeld team was one that got together just 3 years ago. Randy called them a bunch of frenemies. They used to play each other all the time in the rural scene through the years, and they finally got together. And
you're just into the 12.
Since they've got together, 2 provincial titles, chance for a third here. and it was actually around that time they got together. Randy had knee surgery, wasn't even sure if he was going to be able to curl again. And the other 3 guys had approached him asking to be the skip on this team, and he said no originally. But Randy was able to do some curling in the Brandon area, I believe he said. The knee felt fine, and I guess the rest is history because here they are now.
With quite a bit of success under their belts.
Well, that's good. Good.
Like I said, Randy was always a very competitive skip in men's play. Just he never had a team as good as this one. Not to knock the guys he played with back then, but these guys, I would say, have proven themselves to be champions.
Got room. Lots of room. Lots of room.
Wait there.
Line's good. Line's good. Easy, Dino. Easy, Dino. Tail. Heat. Hard, Heat. Hard.
Oh, they just rubbed that.
It's in, though.
Yeah, and half buried, which is not so bad.
Just a reminder, you can watch this game streaming live on YouTube, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube at Shaw TV Winnipeg, and Facebook at Shaw TV Winnipeg as well. We're pretty active there on social media, so make sure to give us a follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shot. Very nice shot.
Easy.
Yeah.
So Randy, thinking about that one, you have to make a decision whether to go around the corner again or peel.
Yeah, now I think there's a buildup of reds in the middle. They got to move something around.
Yeah, it's the safe shot.
Make sure that they have a shot for at least a point. You never want to give up steal.
Oh, what?
Terry Warren, the second on Team Warren.
Seems that Terry's been playing quite well today. Not that I saw the whole game earlier, but seems to be making some really key draws. Just like that.
You would know when a second is playing well. Take a look at that shot from Terry.
This is the way the Warren team won the semifinal. Just they had that draw weight, and they just kept drawing. They didn't play a whole lot of hits, and they didn't need to.
Well, the drawing was what helped them battle back after being down a few points.
Of course, you have to draw when you're down, right?
Yes. Neufeld's team is just playing a bit of a tap here. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot.
Interesting choice of turn on this hit. It's more naturally like an in-turn, but
I think they must think it runs straight here.
Perhaps, yeah. Doesn't matter when you make it.
It ran pretty straight right until the end there.
And 4 red now in the house.
This Neufeld is certainly in some trouble this end. Again, they'll try and get something moving around the center line so that they could perhaps open something up, give them a shot for at least a point.
Easy, boys. Easy.
Again, how Team Murray Warren got here. They were 6-0 up into their final round robin game, lost to Team Kelly Robertson, finished second as a result of that loss. Had to play in the 2 versus 2 game last night, won that over Mark Franklin, and then won the semi this morning over Team Robertson. Here they are.
Obviously, that's some pretty good curling against some pretty good teams out here.
Yeah, just the 1 loss all week.
I'm guessing after seeing them play today that their draw weight has gotten them here as well.
Sure seems like it.
Yeah. This is really moving.
Dale Mickey, the lead, really sweeping.
That's a great shot.
Almost spun back in a little bit at the end, otherwise it would have been fully buried.
I guess just the guard, yes. If he runs that in, we'll probably be beating him with that one anyway. So.
Yeah, okay. Is that enough? Is that enough, Murray?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think just the guard, eh?
Here's a look at Moxham's shot there.
Just hit that first one a little thicker than I think they wanted, which just caught the front of the other one, and that's why it spun up to the other side of the house.
Well, no, but I can go
barely
around
by
there,
that
maybe.
guard too, right?
Yes, yeah, they just got by it. Thankfully, because it would have been really bad if they...
Maybe not thankfully for the Warren thing.
No.
It'll be tight.
Murray Warren's first shot of his 5th
Line's
end.
good now.
Whoa,
Whoa for line. Whoa for line. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Line's good.
Whoa,
Don't let it
whoa,
over, Carl.
whoa for line. Whoa.
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 Whoa. Whoa. Whoa for line. Whoa. Whoa. Shot.
That's a pretty good shot. It's a bit higher, so there might be a bit of a chance to try to tap that red one.
I think the way it moves there.
Yeah, it does seem to move to the wing there.
Well, it's not a lot of ice.
Yeah, I think that red guard overcurled a little bit more than what the Warren team was hoping for.
Right.
I think they wanted it to be a little closer to center line just to make a shot such as this more difficult.
It's not the ice Randy called.
Those pesky thirds, eh? Sorry, Caitlin.
To tell the truth, I didn't think it was enough ice. So I think this probably is. Oh, we'll find out.
Depends what kind of weight he's throwing, I guess, too.
Yeah, he just called the freeze to it, I believe.
I thought he was playing the tap initially.
Yeah, that's probably why he called less ice. He's got to be shot rock after the shot.
Oh, not quite enough weight. That's still not bad.
Is he shot rock? He shot rock, isn't he?
Take a look at that shot first.
Red might throw the shot.
I don't get right in. He's got it for 2 pretty easy, eh?
What about there, though?
No. I don't want to
No?
come in there. I either leave this shot or I try to get in there. He's going to play this. I don't think that one he'll play.
He's got that all day again. Yeah.
I know, but I said. Well, the only thing is, if it depends where I sit, he can still make this and get us too.
Yeah.
You want to guard it and take our chances?
Well, we got to try and stop him from playing this. No,
We can't stop him from
everything.
that.
But we got to stop this here. This for sure. That's harder than this. But if you got it to.
No, we don't need to go there. We just got to be up here.
Yeah, up there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. We're shot.
So they're talking about a few options here, that Randy has. He has right now he has an intern draw. He has a tap on the one that he just threw. There's also a blue guard on the right-hand side there that could potentially be run into the house to get rid of that red rock. But they, as they said, they can't guard or they can't prevent him from. They can't cover all the shots or block all the shots for him. So they're trying to figure out what his best.
Well, make sure we're
his
over.
best shot is going to be, and I think they feel that it's the tap on the one that Randy just threw, and that could be for as much as 2 or 3 points. So it looks like they're going to guard that and leave the wide intern draw for Randy for a single point, or the run back on the blue.
Yeah, it's a double run back on the blue. It's, are you talking about the two on this side?
The two on the blue, yeah. The blue, blue, red.
Yeah, that's pretty.
They could come right into the blue one that Randy just threw, and then if Randy played the run back, it would only be for 2 points versus 3.
Right.
Looks like a lot.
But I think they're just throwing a guard here and hoping that Randy either decides to draw for his one or doesn't make the run back for a few.
No.
This is a little heavier than they wanted.
That's good. Okay. Shot.
It still works out for them how they wanted. They could have brought it in for third shot.
Took the angle raise away.
Got this for 3.
Got that red nose for 2.
Well, you got the blue nose for 3.
No, that's for 2 only still.
No, I don't think so.
Which one's easier though? Red nose, I think is easier, don't you?
You can't get to the nose. That won't go through to the nose.
Oh, no, this one.
Right. But if you hit it,
Well, it's there, but
No, I
is
know
this
that.
easier?
Like you got
Anyone I hit
squirt
wrong.
off, right?
If I hit anything I hit
Right.
wrong, no worry.
Well, question is, you want to draw for one or you want to trade?
Well, the draw's no easier either.
No, we got to play one of these. The nose hit here.
I think the blue is the shot.
I think so, eh? Oh, the nose on the red or
Problem
the
is,
blue?
so if we cross that at all, it's 4 reds, right?
Which?
With this blue.
You can't. I don't think you can. That's really hard. What? Yeah, just though, right? It's really hard.
Well, then we just play an easy weight on the nose, right?
Blue?
Blue. I think that's the easiest shot, right?
It actually is there for 3 if you make it perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one better?
Well, I think we like it just as good.
Okay.
I mean, if you hit it this way still.
Yeah, you might get
Right,
lucky.
right?
Yeah.
Right on the nose.
So you decided to play this blue one that we were talking about. It is a little bit tight to get past that red guard that's there and hit it on the nose. But I think they feel their success rate is going to be better this way. The other option they talked about was hitting the one that Murray Warren just left there at the top 12 foot, and that if they nosed that, they could get rid of both the red one that is shot as well as the one that they were hitting and be able to sit two. They're thinking this might be a better option. It could be for as many as 3.
This is pretty tough.
Yep.
Final stone for Randy Neufeld in this 5th end. Looking to tap back this blue.
By the guard.
Wow, they swept that great.
Look at that shot. Fantastic shot from Randy Neufeld.
Yes. That for 3?
I think it might be for 3. It's close.
Take a look at that.
Those sweepers swept that post to post to get that by that red one.
That was just a great shot.
Still taking a look at it here. And it looks like we're going to have a measure.
Yeah.
2 for sure, which means Neufeld will take the lead into the 6th end.
Pete seemed to be pretty sure that was going to be 3 if he made the shot. So. So, Joe, Randy said the draw would have been no easier than that shot. Just, can you explain that to me?
The draw, I would suspect that because they would have had to go a little bit further out, the guard that was near the center was a foot or 2 off of the center line, which forces you to go a little wider out. And as we saw in the game earlier today, the wider out you went, the heavier it was, which makes it a little trickier for draw weight and knowing what to throw.
There's 3.
3 blue. And a big end here in the 5th for Team Randy Neufeld as they look to win their 3rd straight provincial title, now with a 3-1 lead through 5 ends here. We'll take a quick break. And we'll be right back. You're watching Shaw TV's coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships from the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
Hey, did you know? More than 4,500 Canadians are waiting for an organ
transplant right now.
Right now. 4,500.
People are dying.
And you could save a life.
90% of Canadians say they're willing to donate their organs.
But only a few are registered.
So what are you waiting for?
Get registered.
It's easy and it's free.
Leave a legacy.
Be a hero.
Save a life.
Find out how to register today. Go to kidney.ca.
In a city well known for its rich cultural diversity, Lusocan TV remains the longest-running community access show on Shaw TV Winnipeg. Highlighting the people, sounds, art, and food of the Portuguese, Lusocan TV takes its loyal viewership on an international tour, behind the scenes of local events, concerts, and gatherings. And the best part is, you won't even need your passport. Lusocan TV, every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m., only on Shaw TV.
Back at the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships here at the Deer Lodge, our feature game, Team Randy Neufeld just picking up a 3-ender. They now lead 3-1 over Team Murray Warren. The 6th end of the men's final just getting underway. Over on the sheet next to us is the women's final, Team Spencer and Team Ursel. It was 3-1 for Team Spencer heading into the 4th end. This was the final stone of the 4th end. Terry Ursel looking to make what looked like a pretty difficult raise here onto 2 blue, I believe, in the button, and they got 1 out of there, but not the other. So a steal of 1 for Team Spencer. There in the 4th end break there, Barb Spencer with a 4-1 lead on Team Terry Ursel in the women's final.
Again, Ursel was in a bit of trouble that end, or all end, trying to get some of those blue rocks out of play, and things just weren't working out for them.
Randy Neufeld just made a great shot for 3 in the last end, and it's funny, he had to be talked into it, and often when you skip into it, trying a shot they're not all that comfortable with, you don't usually get that good a result.
Yep, looks like.
Has to feel good for him too after that miss in the third end. Gave up the steal of 1, but to make a shot like that, gotta be a huge confidence boost.
Yeah, and you got to think about the momentum in a game too. You know, the momentum maybe shifted a little bit in favor of the Warren team after that hit for 2 that Randy missed. Now it's shifting back again because of a great shot that he made for 3.
I like your first call. You can hit it on the inside, you can get them both and go behind. Want to throw normal? Whatever you like. I think so.
So that last blue one didn't curl up quite enough for Neufeld team. So the angles are a little bit in favor of Warren's team right now. They're going to try and hit this and roll behind the guard and squirt that top blue one out to the right-hand side.
Shot.
Get her over there, Rich.
Nice shot.
That was an awesome shot. It just proves he's not just good at draws.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a look again at that shot. Splits the reds. And away to the blues.
Hard, Dale. Good sleep. Attaboy. Good sleep.
Hit and roll here is good. Nose hit's all right. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh. Sorry.
It's not going to come up enough for him.
Okay.
Just throwing that a bit out. That's the whoa out of his hand.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the first shot I've seen him miss today. Sometimes hard when you make such a good, precise shot on your first one and you have a simple open hit on your second one. You almost take it for granted sometimes.
I don't know, whatever you think. I think so. I think that's the shot.
Take your time.
Clean, 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 yep, clean, yep, clean, clean, clean. Just throw.
Draw over here.
Neufeld decided to peel, which is a great option. The other option could have been to play the in-turn draw. Ultimately, they would like to, I think, force the Warren team, even though it is the sixth end.
Easy.
Force them to take a point this end. But by peeling, it's giving them another opportunity to sit and lay 2 on either side of the house.
Yeah, I thought it might be picking. Yeah.
Don't be high.
Shot.
Could be a double there now, though.
Another Rachel Holman.
Tough double, yes.
Tough double. Yeah.
I'll play the roll. Yep. Roll or the double.
Isn't it the same thing?
What?
Isn't that the same thing?
Tough double. Throw normal. Let's throw normal then and play this.
Yeah.
Half, normal. Whoa! Heat! Whoa! Whoa! Yep. Whoa! Yeah.
Just control. Keep roll half behind's good.
Okay.
Brian Barker throws his second stow to the set.
No. Yeah. No. Yep.
Way over there, right?
Yeah, that's good, buddy.
Oh, I thought you were good, man. Yeah, it just got way less than I thought we would get out of that shot. Yeah, just control, and if it rolls big, that's fine. Yeah, give it a chance. Yeah.
They're just talking about Dean's last shot and how it didn't roll behind the guard, nor did it roll to the other side of the house. They overswept it a little bit. Randy thought that it was going to curl more than it did. But ideally, they would have been better off rolling to the other side of the house than just sitting where they did.
There's some overkill.
This one's going to be close. Hair thinner. That was kind of in between. Hair thinner, they get the double. Hair thicker, they have a nice roll.
I'm gonna go over there. Okay.
I might as well just go wide side. If I go around, he's just shooting at it anyway. Yeah.
Warren wants to keep the play away from the center still. Spread their rocks apart. Neufeld will hit because if they draw, they can't risk giving up 3 at this point in the game. 2 is manageable.
Murray Warren's first
tight.
stone of the 6th then.
50-50 ticket holders share $95. 721. 365.
Yep. Pretty hard. Yep. Pretty hard. Yep.
And they want to make this deep enough that there's not another double or hit and roll
Okay.
for Neufeld.
It's good. Shot.
You won't kill it. If you ever throw a little wide, then you might.
Oh, I'm not gonna. You gotta make that though.
Why don't we just hit the?
No, I like this. We gotta give ourselves a chance. It's a normal hit.
I know, but if it ever.
No. Yeah. I think we gotta go for nose. Yeah. Yeah.
Randy's hoping that by nosing it, or even rolling a little bit, it's going to somehow make it a little bit more difficult for Murray to just have a plain old hit and stick for his 2 points.
So here's Randy Neufeld's final stone in the 6th end.
Hard! Hard! Hard, Dino! Hard! You got it! Hard! Okay,
Looking to remove the red and roll behind his blue. Instead, it'll roll the other way. And an open hit left for Murray Warren.
Play the nose.
Yeah, I know, but I said.
We'll make sure. Yeah. Right there.
Even a half a rock as a win to it.
Murray's got quite the multi-purpose brush in his hand there. I don't know if that'd be legal at the Scotties, would it?
You can use it as a sliding device, but you can't use any hair broom on the ice. My understanding is that it not even for cleaning the path or sweeping behind the tee line. You can't use it for any of that.
But that's got a brush in either end.
Looking to hit and stick for 2. No problem there. So after giving up 3 in the 5th, Team Warren responds with a 2 in the 6th. We are all tied up in the men's final of the Manitoba Senior Championships. We'll take a timeout and be right back after this. You're watching Shaw TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships.
We are your friends.
We are your neighbors.
We are dedicated.
We are volunteers.
We are helping.
We are just like you.
We are understanding.
We are part of the solution.
Part of the difference. We are part of the bigger picture.
We are compassionate.
We are part of your community, and we've been changing lives for over 25 years.
Thanks, Manitoba.
Supported by Danny's Whole Hog Barbecue, a partner for change.
Tune in to Shaw and catch exciting Canada West men's hockey. The University of Manitoba Bisons host the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Join Nolan Cole and Rob Mann for all the exciting action as they bring you the Bisons' push for the playoffs. Canada West men's hockey on Shaw, a Red River College production.
We're back at the Deer Lodge and the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. Our feature game this afternoon is the men's final between Team Randy Neufeld and Team Murray Warren. They're all tied up here through 6 ends as we begin play in the 7th end.
That was a key deuce for the Warren team at this point in the game.
And just a reminder, these are only 8-end games again.
Scoring in the 6th end, they're looking to now force Neufeld's team to a single point and be able to have the last ruck advantage coming home in the last end.
More weight.
Got lots of room this time.
Lots here. Come down.
Yep. Just for weight. Just for weight. Yes! Line's good. Yep, you gotta go, guys.
We've mentioned what's on the line here in this game, a chance for Team Neufeld to make it 3 straight provincial titles. Only one other team has done that at the senior level in Manitoba. That's Team Lloyd Gunlickson back in the 80s, so it would be quite the accomplishment for Team Neufeld. And, you know, they're wanting to get back to Canadians after last year. We talked about Dean Moxham after having to undergo the emergency appendectomy, missing out on that. They just fell short of the Canadians last year, winning silver.
This team almost won the World's Seniors as well. They made it to the final and lost to a really good team. I think the final went to an extra end.
That was a chance to lay 2 early in the end here.
Here. If it stops here, it's not
Team came
terrible
up a little
either.
bit
Right
short.
there.
Didn't end up being a center guard, or I mean a corner guard though.
Looks light. Just for weight. Lots of room. Oh.
Pretty good.
Just
Pretty
for
good.
weight. Oh. Just for weight. Yep. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy, good shot.
There you go.
And once again, he sinks one in there.
It's a good shot, even though it's behind the tee line. It cuts down the scoring area for Neufeld's team at this point. And Warren really just wants to force Neufeld to 1 point this end.
Two-thirds, three-quarters.
You saw her in that other sheet. Terry Ursel was throwing her final rock of the 5th end in the women's final. We'll see what the result of that was.
Yeah, gotta go. Real hard. Hard. Hard goes. Hard. Hard nail. Hard.
Pretty good shot by Pete. Ideally, he would have liked to hit it a little bit higher and roll his shooter off, but I think it was important that they removed the red ones from play, and specifically the one that was tighter to the house.
I think that was actually the call. They hit it a little higher. Just I don't know if he threw it inside or if it curled too much on them.
Just the one for Team Ursel in the 5th. So Barb Spencer's team leading the women's final 4-2 as they start playing the 6th end.
Yeah, you can bring it back. Yep. Okay, that's good. A little more, a little more. Shot.
Shot.
Randy's going to try to double these guards off again and get the center open a little bit. If he hits it right, he could hit the blue onto the red, onto their blue that's in the house, and it may go back on the red. Like
just like that.
Almost like that.
It opens things up, but all of a sudden they don't have any rocks in the house.
A lot of contact there, just missing that red in the 4-foot.
Or do you want to just put a guard there and let them try coming down to it, and we'll follow them?
We could. Yeah. That's what he's going to try.
Put one right here.
Top 12?
Right here.
Okay. We'll try and get her there. Okay.
They talked about coming around the corner guard perhaps too. I don't know if they talked about the peel, but that would be another option. I think they feel if they put one tight guard or even into the 12-foot, they're putting a little more pressure on Neufeld, and they're keeping that one in the back 4-foot covered, which will help them force Neufeld to 1 point.
think so.
What would your team have done here, Jill?
Yeah.
You know what? I think we may have peeled.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming.
But then they don't have hammer, right?
Yeah, you're still laying 2 and ultimately might be able to force them. Neufeld can still come around that corner guard and be second shot if they chose to do that. So I think that's almost why we would have peeled.
Right.
You like that, though?
Well, we ought to be shot.
What?
Why? Why though?
Bumper? Bump?
They could consider drawing around the corner guard here. They're going to try and play a bit of a hit and roll there instead.
Yep.
Which is a little more precise given that they only have so far that they can roll.
I don't know
And
if they
still be
can bury
partially
it.
buried. Yeah.
That's fine.
That worked out fairly well for them.
Draw.
It's,
3 feet more
still
than
in the
last
house,
time.
and it's a little bit behind cover.
Okay, okay.
A lot of people would have played the out turn hit on the outside here. I think they've gone to their strength with the draw.
I completely agree.
Room, room,
And
room.
the draw's not a bad shot because they are drawing to lay 2. And if you chose to hit the blue one on the outside,
It's coming.
Neufield's team is still going to come around this guard, which would be another reason why they could have peeled it a couple of shots ago.
Hard. Shot.
No, they still can.
Bumper. Hack.
Dean Moxham already in the hack, about to throw his second stone of the 7th end. Looking to remove that red that was just put in there.
Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Dale! Hard, Dale!
Not curling as much as they were anticipating.
We weren't ever going to get to know.
I don't know why he was yelling whoa.
Yeah, then you can double it. Yeah, great.
That was a chance to even get 3.
If I could just roll
He
over
makes
here.
that shot.
Then he's going to roll out.
Yeah. There's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not bad.
They still roll out
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
Okay.
We'll try it. Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
About to hear it?
Might set a double up for him, that's the only thing, but we'll take a chance. Nose isn't terrible. I want to roll out in there.
Yes, rolling out would be not good. As Murray said, nose is good. If they roll behind, that's okay. Even if they left him a double, it's still going to leave Murray with an opportunity to come around. It's not going to be a double that Neufeld's going to be able to stick in any great spot.
It took off. It took off. Okay. Think pick, Murray. Took off.
Huh? Control. Yeah.
Yeah, there actually is a little bit of a double there now, but the most important thing at this point would be for Randy to roll for shot and get behind cover.
Trouble is, even if he hits and rolls behind that short guard, there's an easy run back, right?
Yes, that's true, but at this point, that's his
All you got.
his best option. He could roll all the way across the house behind that corner guard as well, but that looks a little bit tight.
Randy Neufeld's first stone of the 7th end. Trying to hit, and it's going to roll.
If this sits, it might actually work out pretty well for them.
Better than they thought.
That better than they thought, yeah. Either that spot in that ice is curling more than they believe, or Randy's getting a little bit tight. That's the same spot that he flashed in the early part of the game.
Turn, yeah.
Look at that last shot. Just gets by the guard.
Yeah, that worked out very, very well for them.
I can see a bit of that, eh? I can see a bit. Are we lying second and third, or just?
No, just second.
I can see half of this. I think I could hit it. Yeah.
You want to play it or you want to draw?
No, just a draw. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot more sense. If he ever hit and rolled out, it's giving Randy the opportunity to play a blank and retain the last rock going into the last end. By drawing to the wing, it will force Neufeld to take a point, which is what their goal has been this whole end for Team Warren.
I think so.
Murray Warren's final stone in the 7th end.
Just wait. Line's going to get good. Yeah, come on, yep. It's going to get tight. Come on, yep. Stay. Come on, hard. Whoa, now.
Just play.
Whoa.
Just work right on. Beautiful shot.
Very nice.
So it looks like no choice for Neufeld but to draw for the 1 here. Ward's last shot.
I think Neufeld's facing 2 now.
I wondered if he tapped it far enough.
Last rock in the 7th end belongs to Randy Neufeld, looking to draw for 1 here.
Heads up.
Attaboy, Randy. Good wait.
And a great shot from Randy Neufeld. So it is 1 in the 7th for Team Neufeld. And they take a 4-3 lead heading into the 8th and potentially final end here. Team Warren will have the hammer, trailing 4-3. You're watching Shaw TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships.
In his first 2 seasons of curling, Alex Marchand won 7 games. 8 games. In that time, he put together a 2-game winning streak, got new uniforms, met an Olympic gold medalist, made the front page of Curling Monthly. He explained to his boss what sweeping does, and got his butt kicked by a guy with a fake hip. Yes, Alex the Hack Marchand has had quite a year, and it all started with a click.
Shaw TV proudly presents Hurry Hard, the Manitoba Curling Show. Join us for in-depth coverage and analysis on all things curling, including the latest news, upcoming events, as well as feature interviews with some of the most prominent curlers in the province. Kevin Hirschfield hosts Hurry Hard, the Manitoba Curling Show on Shaw TV.
Back at the Deer Lodge Curling Club, Barb, Spencer, Terry, Ursel in the women's final. A lot of rocks in play here. In the 6th end, Barb Spencer a 4-2 lead because they have one shot left for each skip.
So the rock that they're looking at on the left-hand side of your screen that's just an inch away from the boards was actually Terry's first shot. She was trying to play a tap on her red one that's biting the forefoot, and she just rubbed the guard, and that's where it spun to. And Gwen was actually, their third, was actually very aware of where that was stopping, because I think she anticipated that they were going to have to use it to try and score on Terry's last one. If Terry makes a good one here and hits it properly, she could get 3.
It's funny, there's 11 rocks in play with 2 to come.
A lot of rocks. Yeah, I didn't really, I thought Terry had last rock.
Terry Ursel's final stone in the 6th end. Just gonna miss, and looks like Barb Spencer's gonna ensure herself at least one.
Started kicking the rocks off.
See, she thought it was last rock too. It wasn't just me.
They're so used to not having last rock.
Back to our feature game here in the 8th end, and Team Neufeld with a 4-3 lead on Team Murray Warren.
Looks like Barb is going to throw it away in that women's game there and just take her 1 point. There's not much shot for her to get to, I don't think.
Well, 3 up with 2 ends to go is not a bad position to be in.
Actually, she's... I thought she was throwing it away, but it looked like she actually made an attempt at making a draw.
So one either way for the Spencer team, and a 5-2 lead through 6 ends there in the women's final.
I thought you were throwing it away too, the way
Darcy was standing.
Usually when you stand at the end of the...
Maybe it was so she didn't have to stand on the other sheet, going out so wide.
Easy. Just clean, guys. Just don't want it to peck.
But then you stand up higher, don't you?
No. Okay.
Jill, you said you talked to Barb's team before this. Did they just put this team together this year? Have they been playing any seniors together? Or?
I didn't have that lengthy of a conversation with them. Just stopped to talk for a couple of minutes, and really the only comment that Barb said to me was, I didn't think I would be here. But that was the extent of the conversation, other than talking a little bit about ice conditions.
What did they say about the ice?
They said it's been great, and it's curling a lot more than maybe the Deer Lodge has in the past, and the speed's been nice and fast, which is what we've been seeing all day today. So again, kudos to the ice makers for making great conditions for these players.
That would be Garth Reimer and Brandon Smart. Kevin, you mentioned the crowd before, and Premier Pallister is sitting in the crowd. He's friends with, at least he was. He's still here. He's friends with the 2 Portage of Prairie boys.
Can't leave now.
Good shot.
8th end.
Good shot.
Barn burner here.
Oop. Shot.
Bumper. Almost half. Bumper. We tick the front one.
Yeah,
Like that.
So into 3rd stones now in this 8th end of the men's final.
Like that. What?
It'll curl.
So they're taking a run at it from the
Whoa!
outside. I guess they think they can see enough sliver of it.
You said they thought it would curl.
Clean. So, Dino.
That was a heck
Good
of a
shot.
shot. Yeah. Just like I throw when I'm out here. I had to say that in case any of my teammates were listening, watching.
What position do you play, Jim?
Oh, well, we rotate. This year I've been playing a lot of front 10 because I'm using a stick because I got my Achilles tendon is 90% torn.
Looks light.
Gotta go.
So
Looks really light.
I haven't torn any. I haven't skipped any teams. We still call the shots.
Whoa, leave it on the top one.
Freeze it.
Okay,
Just freeze it then.
Yep, bounce it a bit. Okay, that's good. No, that's all right.
So I can blame everybody else for the losses now. They'll blame me for calling the wrong shots.
Getting used to the stick now that you're using it.
Starting to. It takes a while. It's hard to get a feel for draw weight.
It's hard to without hitting this
But my
back
hits
here,
are better.
right?
Just get it out.
Come take a look at it, Dean. It's pretty tight here.
There you see Manitoba brewer Brian Pallister enjoying some
How though?
Monday afternoon curling here at the Deer Lodge.
No, I know, but it's going to hit this. Well, if it puts it back here, though, right? Well, I don't mind dead nose, even if you lose this. It's a great shot. No.
Yeah, that's a shot. Just
I agree. If it goes there, it's great. I just don't want it to go here.
Normal?
Just normal, yeah. And if you touch that up a bit.
I mean, I got to really hit it thin to move very far.
Yeah.
Okay. Normal, just
Just nice normal.
like this.
I think you got to be on the center. Yeah, no more, no less than that.
No, because then it's a better chance to stagger wrong. Yeah, I like normal.
That was a pretty good discussion, exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, they don't want to roll to the center line
Whoa.
and stagger the ones at the top of the house. 'Cause that acts as a guard for the Warren team.
And they don't want to jam, that's for sure.
Whoa.
That's a great shot. That's exactly what they called. They wanted to tap that other blue one up a little bit too.
I wonder if it's not better to do this.
Do that. Hit and roll there.
Or just tap this
just
back
tap it?
here. Actually, tap this back
Just
to
tap it
here.
back
and
to
do
there.
it.
I would suggest at this point that we're going to see an extra end,
So back 8-foot weight.
but you never know.
What do you guys think?
You just tap that top, tap the back one back, or freeze onto it?
No,
or?
don't want to
No, don't
freeze it. I
freeze,
think.
no. Tap it back.
What do you think?
Tap it back.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Just tap it back here.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
a little more weight than last
Yeah,
time.
just give you 6 feet more or 4 feet more weight.
Yeah.
4 feet more weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Easy
Brian
for line.
Barker of Team Murray
Whoa for
Warren.
line. Whoa for line. Whoa for line. Whoa.
Yeah, but we gotta go.
Whoa.
Yep.
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 Whoa. Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, Jill, I suspect this is shaping up as an extra end as well.
Look at that last shot from Brian Barker.
Well, it was right late to the top. Hair last. Yeah.
Randy Neufeld's first stone in this 8th end.
Good.
Takes the red out of there.
Jill, just in case it's not an extra end, well, we'll wait for that. I enjoyed working with you on this. It's nice to have an Olympic teammate.
Thank you. Likewise.
First me. And Kevin, thanks for asking me.
Absolutely, Jim.
Try to hit and roll.
A human encyclopedia. Is that fair?
I
mean, that was something.
I am from now on calling him Cliffy.
Cliffy. Probably a better nickname.
I still don't think I can beat Bob Pickin. That man has an awesome
Yeah, but
memory.
he's got a few years on you too, so.
There is that.
Well, if Warren makes a good hit and roll to the wing here, Randy will be forced to make a run back.
Murray Warren's first stone in this 8th end.
Not quite.
Ice-wise.
What kind of weight are you throwing here?
Pretty good.
Just nice
No,
normal?
up normal I was going to throw, just so it doesn't give it a chance to get off there, right?
Good. Wherever it goes, it's good.
Randy Neufeld's last stone in this 8th end.
Down, hard down, hard down, hard down, hard.
It's a very nice shot. It was ideal to roll to that position and maybe overruled a hair because Murray does have the outturn draw, but still gives him something that he has to navigate.
Full forward. Give me a little more. A little more even. Yeah. I was calling my timeout. Call my timeout in on.
Timeout.
Last rock of this 8th end belongs to Murray Warren.
Right here.
A draw for one to force an extra end.
Well, it's got a curl in that.
How's the weight? Close, coming.
Line's good.
Come on, yep.
You gotta go.
Come on, hard.
Sweepers need to go here.
Hard. Okay.
How about that? Draw for one, and we will play extras here at the men's senior final. We'll come back for the 9th end. but not before seeing that replay first. Great sweeping from Team Warren there.
It almost left it too long.
All right, we'll come back with the extra end here in the men's final. 4-4 between Team Randy Neufeld and Team Murray Warren. You're watching Shaw TV's live coverage of the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. Welcome back to Shaw TV's coverage of the Senior Provincial Championships. Just the last rock of that 7th end there between Team Spencer and Team Ursel. Beginning the 9th end in our feature game. Randy Neufeld and Murray Warren playing for a provincial title here.
9th end, which is actually an extra end. A reminder that these are only 8 end games. Most provincial championships are 10, so I think it's probably a good reminder for the viewers.
Yeah, sure. Want to go here? Turn you like Dale.
So Terry Ursel actually just had a shot for 3 and makes it.
Doesn't
So
matter.
now the women's final is also all tied up as they play the 8th end. So really tight curling all around here.
Weight's good. Yep, for lines. Hard for lines. A little heavy. Whoa then. Whoa then.
Oh, weight's good.
No, it's a little heavy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dean can go.
Weight's good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Never. Nope.
Notice the Ursel team over on the ladies sheet is very, very short on time. They only have 1 minute and 33 seconds left to play the rest of this end.
I missed how they cracked the 3 in the last end, though, to tie it up 5-5.
Lots of room.
Terry made a hit for 3, basically.
Okay.
Yep, you gotta go. You gotta go.
And I think the pressure of the time clock has already gotten to them as they've missed their first 2 shots over there as well.
Got room. Weight's a little better. Room. Line's good. Yep. Dean, yeah, picking. Hard, you know, you gotta go. Real hard.
Well, they said that this was picking, and it is
going
curling quite a bit.
sideways, yeah.
Looks like it's going to be on the front here. I suspect you'll see Murray try to draw one in there at this point.
Lots of room. Easy. Whoa, whoa. Easy, guys.
It's not bad.
Yep, go.
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
Here goes Terry again, making those draws.
Unreal. Peter Nichols now.
I think we saw him miss a half shot on a hit, but I don't think he's missed a
I haven't seen him miss a draw today.
Yeah.
That could be the winning point right there too, if they keep guarding and getting their rocks in good positions.
Short. If it happens to come right to, it's not terrible, but that's good. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Good shot there, boy.
That was a little more than they thought, but it's exactly the speed that they asked for. Randy will be looking to get rid of a couple of guards here, I would suspect.
What?
No, we gotta peel. What do you say? A draw?
Yeah, I don't mind that either, but you could get lucky with that, but if you don't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think they're all right in the sense that they do need to peel, I think, but they're also concerned about that rock that Terry just put there at the top of the 12 foot, because that's going to cause them some problems. They could have considered playing the peel on the blue one on the right-hand side and peeling it into the red one that's in the 12 foot, because the other blue guard was a little bit higher. They elected to just try to peel the two blues.
But only got one of them.
But only got one. At some point, they're going to have to make a move to try to get rid of that red one that's at the top 12, because that's the one that's really hurting them at this point.
These guards of the Warren team is throwing have to be precise, or they're going to leave some kind of raised takeout. Or
yeah, they certainly don't want to be too tight.
It's there.
Whoa. Whoa, leave it, leave it.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
Okay.
It over curled a little, and it's probably a little too tight. Now they can get rid of that one that's at the top 12, which is, as I said, the one that's really hurting them.
It's all coming down to the wire here. Neufeld and Warren tied at 4 in the men's final. Spencer Ursel tied at 5 in the women's final. Quite the exciting finish to this tremendous weekend at the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
So they finally made the double peel, which is good. Even though they knocked that other one in, I think that's okay. It's not really...
Won't matter.
No, and if anything, it could be a helpful rock later in the end if Randy needs something to play off of on his last rock.
I noticed that Randy bowed to Pete's suggestion on the hole there.
Murray coming out to help with this one.
That's a good shot.
Randy is really anxious to play the come around tap, I'm sure.
Yeah, the boys down at this end are still talking about that 12-foot one, which is still their trouble rock, but I don't know if they can see enough of it to get rid of it.
Got 4 out of there.
Okay, and if you take the front one.
Even if you push that 4 to here, eh?
Bump.
Sure.
Okay.
See, they can't see a ton of it, so they're just going to play quieter weight at this to make sure they get the finish on it to at least move it off of the center line area.
You don't seem to be all that worried about the longer guard. This is too long, I'm guessing.
Yes, exactly. Really nice. Yeah, that long guard is pretty long. The ice is curling enough that it's almost not even in play.
He's got that.
Would be in your vision, but that's about it.
So what would you call here? I would freeze to the shot rock.
It's not real easy.
Yeah, he could just replace the rock too that they.
For that.
Yeah, tight top 12. Replace the rock that they just took off.
If I don't get the right angle, I got to get to the inside to not set things up.
Well, be better to take this side away than this side, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
all right, let's move over to sheet. Sorry, Jim. We're going to move over to sheet D here. This is Terry Ursel's final stone. Barb Spencer has hammer in this 8th end. You can see red is line 1 as the house will come into picture here. So there you go. Barb Spencer will have this shot against 2.
That was a very nice final draw by Terry.
Yeah, Barb has to draw because he hit looking double. I think she has to draw though. Hit won't give her a shot, I don't think. Or maybe it would.
She might be able to come off the back of the one that Terry just threw, or we can't see it, so on the screen.
I think it's dead buried.
Looks like Barb's just going to draw to the 4-foot for the win.
Back to our feature game here. Men's final. Murray Warren's first shot of this extra end.
Lots of room.
You sure, guys?
Room. Whoa. Close. Whoa.
Line's good.
Line's good. Make sure.
Right to it.
Right to it. Come on, yep, yep, yep. Come on, yep, right to it. Come on, yep. Right up, right up, right up, right up, right up. Right up, right up, right up, right up, right up. Right up, right up, right up. Shot.
That's a good shot.
Great shot by Murray
Did
Warren.
they, I don't know if they decided to play the freeze or not, but, or to come right into the house like they did, but that works out very well.
I think we were all watching the women's game.
Yes, we were.
Here comes the
final rock
shot,
for Barb Spencer.
Barb Spencer, the final stone here in the 8th end in a 5-5 tie.
This is usually Barb's money shot.
Looks a little light.
Looks a little late, yeah.
And light on her final stone. And for the first time, Terry Ursel is a Manitoba Senior Provincial Champion. What a finish there.
What a comeback. She's down 5-2. Looked like she was out of it. Cracks the 3. Wins the game.
Love a chat with Ursel following our men's game here. Randy Neufeld's first stone of this extra end.
It was just a little tight right off the hop.
He's got this, but that's...
Another look at that. How about Terry Ursel, though, on her other sheet? She needed a tiebreaker just to get into the playoffs, and she goes on a roll from there. Winning 4 straight on the way to a provincial championship.
Yeah, good for her. Well done. Congrats to her.
Has to feel good, too, after making it all the way to the final last year, losing to Sandra Cowling. And she beats Cowling, of course, this morning on her way to the provincial title, and, of course, beats Barb Spencer.
Gotta hurry, Murray.
I'm guessing that Murray Warren's throwing a guard here. I'd be a little bit concerned about that blue rock on the right. That's going to be the only shot that Randy has to play for a win, I think.
Clean it. Just clean. Just clean.
And Pete Nichols is already lining it up.
I almost, for Murray, I almost would have considered hitting that blue one out and forcing Randy to have to draw to the side of the button. Because there was no hit for Randy on the red ones, even without the guard there.
There might have been a double there.
I think it was going to jam. I think the double would jam on the blue one at the back and leave red shot.
But here and then you might tickle this up.
This is really the only shot Randy has, anyways. Or the draw to the button, draw to the side button.
Quarter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of wait.
Oh, if the double is not there, I don't think the in-off is there for one either.
Oh, to nut it, really?
Well,
that's hard. Oh, yeah, maybe. With peel, you could do peel, and if you catch this one and this one will count. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that peel though. You have options. Bumper, you don't have options. I like the peel. Bumper, you don't have the option.
Right.
If you ever just tick that one.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I think quarter rock, out turn. Yeah. You throw an out turn.
Yeah. Throw a nice peel. I don't think so.
I think it's a little easier to call with throwing weight at it. They talked about throwing bumper, but that's a little more precision.
I think they talk about bumper could maybe just hit the roll to the button.
Yeah. I think throwing weight at it and just playing to dead nut that one on the button is probably the best way to go. But really, at this point, it's whatever skipper's going to make.
It's Hail Mary either way.
The two-time defending champ trying to make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, too thin.
And it will roll out. And the streak ends as Team Murray Warren claims the 2017 Manitoba Senior Men's Championship. What an outstanding couple of finishes to these finals. Murray Warren, Team Murray Warren curling out of the Brandon Curling Club.
That's their first provincial championship, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. It was a heck of a game, and congratulations to the Warren team. That's barn burner, just like I predicted, Kevin.
Murray, Terry, and Reg, the Warren brothers, all victorious here. What an outstanding finish for sure.
And if you'll allow me, I just want to say hi to Alyssa and Danica, my 2 granddaughters.
Oh, right on. Well done today, Jim. Well done today, Jill. We've still got some interviews with the winning, but there it is, your final score. Team Murray Warren winning the Manitoba Senior Men's Crowd, a 6-4 win over Team Randy Neufeld. We will be right back after this on Shot TV with the post-game interviews and the closing ceremony, the Manitoba Senior Curling Championships from the Deer Lodge Curling Club.
Hey, did you know?
More than 4,500 Canadians are waiting for an organ transplant right now.
Right now. 4,500.
People are dying.
And you could save a life. 90% of Canadians say they're willing to donate their organs.
But only a few are registered.
So what are you waiting for? Get registered.
It's easy and it's free.
Leave a legacy. Be a hero.
Save a life.
Find out how to register today. Go to kidney.ca.
Welcome back here to the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. Here with our first winning skip, Terry Ursel from the Lansdowne Arden Curling Club. Terry, what a run to the final. You just had to get through a tiebreaker just to get into the playoffs, and you roll off 4 straight wins from there. What's the feeling, first of all, now that you're a provincial champion?
It feels amazing. Yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. It's our second year in the finals, and it was really good to win this one.
What was the strategy maybe in that final end? You were without the hammer. What were you trying to do in that end, and it obviously paid off?
Steal. Put up a guard, get one around there, hope that they would jam one of our guards or something, and then get a chance to draw and make a tough shot to win, because, you know, you have to make it tough because she's going to make them.
Now that you think about it, what was maybe the key to this weekend that allowed you guys to come out on top in the end?
I don't know. I think we've curled together for a couple of years now, so that helps us a lot, and we get along really well, and I don't know, just luck is good too. Sometimes it just is, we were hoping to get 2 in that 7th end, and we jammed on something, got 3, so that was just a real bonus too.
No question. Canadians in Fredericton, New Brunswick in a couple of weeks. What are your first thoughts about going to the national championships representing?
It's going to be so much fun. I'm just excited to go and represent our province and see what we can do.
Terry Ursel, thank you so much for this. Congrats on the provincial title. We'll get to the closing ceremony in a second. We're probably going to get our winning men's skip down here in a couple seconds. That's Team Murray Warren of Brandon. What a win they had over Team Randy Neufeld, the 2-time Manitoba defending champions, ousted by Team Murray Warren. Murray's going to come in right now. Come on in, Murray. He just had a couple of minutes to soak in the feeling of victory, and here he is right now. Murray, what's your initial thought? You're a Manitoba provincial senior champion.
I don't know. Never figured that out.
You're getting a little emotional. You guys, you've mentioned it's been 40 plus years with your brothers. Over all the years of curling, what does this mean to you?
It's pretty nice. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
It's a very emotional time for you. You mentioned to me earlier you didn't think this was possible at the beginning of the week. Just sneaking into the playoffs would have been a victory for you guys. What do you think worked so well that allowed you to get to this moment?
I don't know. We just never give up, and things just kind of worked out. We were on the right side of the inch, so just the way it worked, I guess.
I'm going to ask you about Canadians coming up in a couple weeks in Fredericton. What are your first thoughts about going to Canadians, representing Manitoba to Canadian championships? I mean, how do you think you can fare there?
I don't know. We'll just do the best we can, and hopefully we can last, because I know it'll be a long week, and we're getting fairly old, so.
Great stuff. Well, congrats once again, Team Murray Warren, the 2017 Manitoba Men's Senior Champions. Murray, we'll let you get back to the closing ceremony. I believe they're about set to start the closing ceremonies here at the Manitoba Senior Championships. Before they're ready, though, we're going to throw it to a quick break, and then we'll come back with the closing ceremony. So stay tuned. Closing ceremonies here from the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships.
Working with others is how we operate in a partnership or as a team. Carrying out a task together requires the engagement of all participants. Whether you're the leader or a part of the team, being able to work with others is vital to getting the job done. Essential skills, the foundation for work, learning, and life.
Welcome back. 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. They're just about set to get the closing ceremonies here underway. The women's team's on the ice right now. Team Terry Ursel, of course, the provincial champions after a really exciting win over Team Barb Spencer in the final that we just watched, and now they get the men's teams in place. Team Randy Neufeld, the finalists, and Team Murray Warren, the champions. Two great battles to end things off here. What a phenomenal weekend at the Deer Lodge Curling Club. Again, a special thanks to the Deer Lodge Club, the Deer Lodge Host Committee. A fantastic weekend and some fantastic games to finish things off here. And what a win for Team Murray Warren to knock off the two-time defending champions, Team Randy Neufeld, out of the LaSalle Curling Club. Team Murray Warren, Team Terry Ursel, both first-time provincial senior champions. And once again, the senior Canadians going in a couple weeks in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And I believe we're set for the closing ceremonies. Let's throw it to Ian Mann, the master of ceremonies.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the closing of the 2017 Strathcona Trust Senior Men's Provincial Championships and Senior Women's Provincial Championships. Congratulations to all competitors who participated this week, culminating in the final four teams curling here this afternoon. Hello to all viewers on Shaw, hello to all spectators, and a special hello to Premier Pallister, who took in the great curling that took place here this afternoon. At this point, I'd like to call upon the Curl Manitoba rep, Ms. Jill Proctor, for her comments.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank the Strathcona Trust for their long-standing sponsorship. Thank you to the chairman, Chris Keogh, Deer Lodge Curling Club, both its members and staff, and all of the wonderful volunteers who dedicated a lot of time and energy into ensuring that everything ran smoothly on provincial weekend. I can personally attest to the great hospitality shown by everyone here this weekend. Finally, congratulations to all four finalist teams. Those were two great games out there. Thank you.
I'd now ask Chris Keogh, the event chair and past president of Deer Lodge Curling Club, to say a few words.
Thank you, Ian.
On behalf of the Deer Lodge Curling Club, I'd like to congratulate both the provincial champions, the finalists, and all the competitors in this great event. I'd also like to thank the best host committee I could have asked for to put this great championship weekend together. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you to the dozens of volunteers, the ice crew, the kitchen staff, the bar staff. All of your hard work was very much appreciated. And thank you to the Strathcona Trust for supporting such a great event. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I'd ask Ms. Proctor to come forward and present, please, to the finalists of the ladies, or the women's senior women's provincial championships. And, sorry, I need this to announce the names from the Assiniboine Memorial Curling Club: Barb Spencer, Darcy Robertson, Laurie Pelissier, and Barb Melling, please. And presenting to the finalists of the senior men's team, representative of the Strathcona Trust, Mr. Bob Bowie, please. And the 2016 champion from LaSalle Curling Club, Randy Neufeld, Dean Moxham, Peter Nichols, Dale Mitchie. Now I'd ask Jill Proctor again to come forward and present to the 2017 Manitoba Senior Women's Provincial Champions, please. Just give me a second. From the Lansdowne Arden Curling Club, Terry Ursel, Gwen Woolley, Tracy Agonia, and Brenda Walker. And I'd ask Bob Bowie, please, and Jill Proctor both to present to the Strathcona Trust Senior Men's Provincial Champions this year. From the Brandon Curling Club, Murray Warren, Brian Barker, Terry Warren, and Reg Warren.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done. Hey, way to go. Hey, good job.
Hey, youngster. Here, who wants way to go? Good job.
Thank you very much. That completes the closing ceremonies. I believe, just based on my own experience, that the bar is open. But thank you to Shaw. Thank you for all of the competitors and as well the volunteer staff. I was going to ask Chris Keogh to say a few more words, but I believe that he's leaving the closing remarks to me. Thank you very much.
So that will do it. That will do it for our coverage of the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships here. A wonderful closing ceremony. And once again, the women's champions, Terry Ursel, for the first time, the provincial champion, and the men's champions team, Murray Warren, also a first-time provincial champion. An outstanding afternoon of action here. I want to thank the Deer Lodge Curling Club and the Deer Lodge Host Committee for an outstanding weekend of curling and helping us at Shaw TV out here. And thanks to our wonderful crew in the truck, an outstanding job bringing you all the replays and the great camera angles. Great job by everyone there. For now, we will leave you. You've been watching Shaw TV's coverage of the 2017 Manitoba Senior Curling Championships. Bye for now.